guys, it's D2B here, and today we are going to be talking about a bad movie, but not just any bad movie, a bad Christian movie. As I mentioned in my Gina Carano Cancelled I'm Pissed video, I mentioned how I am a Christian, and I know a lot about Christianity. I don't know everything about Christianity, but I know about stories like, the story of Jonah, Moses, Dave with Goliath, the story of Dave battling Goliath and putting the story that little people can do big things too. I know all about those. Oh yeah, and also the story of Christmas and Easter. I also know those stories. So yeah, I get a good picture about Christianity. As I said, I don't know everything. And the ancient Bible stories that we have either been taught or read in the Bible, we have adapted into movies with examples like The Prince of Egypt by DreamWorks, which is very, very popular for a Christian movie. And then we also have the DVD series that lasted for a long time, VeggieTales, and Too Many Christian Projects to even count. So, yeah. I don't know everything, but I do know a lot. So where there comes good movies of a certain genre, there also comes the bad ones. And today, we have a really bad one. So, today we are going to be talking about Noah. And not just any Noah, the Russell Crowe Noah. Just to be specific, it seems the title is just Noah. I just want to be specific which Noah because I'm pretty sure there's like tons of movies about the story of Noah. But before we get into the review, why Noah is the worst Christian movie in history, I need to go through the story of Noah to those who don't remember or don't know the story of Noah yet. So, if you know the story already, please skip to this time. With that out of the way, let's get started. So basically the story of Noah is that he was a person that believed in the way of God and stuck by God all the way. And God was going to send a flood to destroy everything. Noah told God to spare the people that he created and everything he made. God said no, but he would give Noah the chance to live if he constructed the ark, which was a giant ship that was able to hold his family and a bunch of animals. Of course, Noah did accept because he loves God so much. He constructed the ark even though people thought he was nuts. They basically found him the clown of their community. And no matter if the people were making fun of him or not, Noah still kept building the ark. And when he finally got it completed, he gave the people a chance to go on the ark and live on with him. But of course, they denied, and they also paid the price, and they're dead. So yeah, that's the story of Noah. Now with that out of the way, let's get started with the abomination that is this Noah movie. So the movie opens up with Noah and his father. And some point in the opening of this movie, these weird villager villain guys, I'm just gonna call them that, I forget what they're called, basically come and raid everything. And in the process, the leader of this group kills Noah's father and he runs off. Eventually, years later, Noah has a family And we get this opening shot of, I think it's like Noah's daughter. Oh, let me check her name real quick. Here's a picture of the name. I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce that. She's basically getting chased by some boy. Eventually the boy tackles her, and yeah, we get a very awkward scene. I don't want to relive through that awkward scene. And the story basically plays out the same. God gives the message to Noah that he's going to destroy the world with a flood that will be caused by rain. It'll rain for 40 days and then flood the land. Yeah, basically that. And they changed a lot about this story. Like, they added this tribe into it, which that I could tell, this tribe never existed in the Bible. Never existed. And my guess for why they added this tribe in the first place was the same reason they killed Noah's father, because if I'm remembering right from the Bible story and what my mom told me, Noah's dad never died. Or the way to put it, he was never killed. I think the reason that they added this tribe and his dad getting killed was to add drama and tension to it, because they didn't think that executing the story the way it was in the Bible was going to appeal to the audience that wasn't Christian. So they probably thought, hey, let's create this tribe right here, and we could say the big bad leader of the tribe kills Noah's father, and that will build motivation for our character. Look, I love motivation for our heroes to go on with adventures dealing a bad enemy. But if the story had nothing to do with stuff like this, then don't mess with the story. It's as simple as that. Just leave it the way it was, including how it was based off an ancient Bible story. Like, I'm gonna bring this up for an example. DreamWorks, the Prince of Egypt was a good Christian movie, and it appealed to Christians and non-Christians. It still followed a lot of the basics that the story had. Maybe they tweaked a few little things about the story. Maybe added this or that, but it wasn't too much damage. Unlike this film, where this movie completely changes everything and puts a weird spin on things that are in the Bible and make choices that never even happened. So, let's continue on. So, there's this one scene, I forget where it was, and I didn't even know this scene existed. I might have watched this, but I do not remember the scene at all. I'm not sure what point in the movie it was, but I saw this on YouTube. Apparently there was a scene where these people were getting tortured by the clan people, and at one point they were sacrificing children, and they threw this weird animal and they ripped that thing apart. And when I saw it, I'm like, ew, what's wrong with this movie? Yeah, messed up scene. I forget where, but yeah, like Noah was going through a village, and the people were getting their children and stuff taken away, and they threw an animal for food and they ripped that thing apart. It was just a disturbing scene. Anyway, I'm gonna fast forward a bit because I don't remember every single thing. So Noah builds the ark, obviously. We also get to meet these rock demons, which are apparently fallen angels that I could tell. So basically their story was that God did not want them to tamper with anything, but the angels disobeyed and God punished them and turned them into these strange rock creatures. Okay, I think this is the same reason as the tribe and killing Noah's father. Basically explained that while they were on Earth, after getting punished by God, they went on and tried teaching the world of wisdom, which I can let that go, I guess. And then we get to find out that people eventually started hunting down these rock monsters. And there was this one warrior, I think it was like Noah's grandfather, if I'm remembering right. He was the one protecting them. They pleaded for God to take them back take them back to heaven and get them out of this crazy world. But God was silent. So yeah, they basically go on the adventure together. They team up for a while. The Rock Angels, I'm just gonna call them the Rock Angels, basically also help Noah build the ark that he is working on, which is a little bit square. Like, why is it square? Like, I'm pretty sure it was boat shaped, not rectangle shape. At some point, the tribe eventually finds that Noah is working on an ark, explains them the story. They try attacking them, but the giant rock people are there to defend them. So later they leave, and then the clan leader just says, "We are going to take out Noah and take the ark for ourselves, because why not? Dramatic effect." So the ark is almost complete, and then when it was almost done, Nama, which is Noah's wife, basically prays to God that he can find someone to love their children, to give them the chance of the greatness that is love. Yeah, so the daughter succeeds. She ends up with the guy who tackled her and had that awkward scene. She chose him out of all people. Then her brother found a love interest, but near kind of the end-ish, she got trapped in a bear trap. And the army was heading their way. And eventually, Noah comes, sees Noah, and just grabs him. Like, you're not even gonna worry about the girl that's stuck in the bear trap? Like, you just grab him as he's screaming, and he gets to watch his love interest, or rushed love interest, get stomped on. Like, what the actual heck is this movie? So then Noah and his son eventually make it back to the ark, and of course the giant rock fallen angels defend the army from getting the ark, which eventually the rocks basically give up and let the clan kill them, which is the stupidest thing I have ever heard. Like, your job is to protect the ark from these people. Even though the clan nor the giant rocks existed in the original story, your job is to protect the ship from the bad guys. And you let them kill you to go to God so the bad guys can get the ship. How does that make any sense? How does it make sense? Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna move on. So eventually, the rain comes and that stuff. One guy manages to make it, and of course, it's going to be the bad guy who killed his father. because why not? And Noah basically explains the dawn of time, like how God created the world, mentions the forbidden fruit, which I will admit that's a nice detail to have in the movie or any Christian movie. I think it's a little bit overdone, but it's a decent scene, I'll give it that. And then eventually the big bad guy just comes in and battles Noah to the death. And he's like, I'll kill you just like your father, like any other movie would do. And then Noah eventually kills him, give him that triumph. Even though this never happens in the original story. I don't know what they were thinking with this movie. As I said, I think they just came up with these random characters just to build more tension, to appeal a little bit more to the non-Christian fan base. I feel that is the reason these three problems exist in the film. And another problem, which I'm going to get into. So, after the big bad guy is defeated and the flood happens and they're floating through water, do you know what happens? Do you know what happens? So, his daughter, the eldest daughter, had 2 children. And I'm not sure how it played out in the Bible. I can't remember this detail. But that I could tell from the movie, they weren't married, which is the thing. And in the Bible, I'm going to bring this up. I'm not going to say in quote what the Bible says, but the Bible basically says that you can't have children unless if you are married, which these two are obviously not married. That's the thing. Well, in this movie they aren't. So eventually, after killing the big baddie that killed his dad, because payback, even though God forbids revenge, he basically finds out that his daughter, his eldest daughter, is pregnant. And he did not take this very well. Like, I can get him being pissed. I can get that. I can completely understand with that. But he basically says that they both need to be male. If they are female, then I will kill them. I'm like, wait, what? Wait, what? I don't remember this in the story of the Bible. Oh wait, it's because it wasn't. Like, oh, they're damaging Noah so much. Like, another thing in the Bible, thou shalt not kill. And he says he will kill them if they're girls. And of course, his wife and son help her and her boyfriend escape the ark by building a mini ship. But that didn't work out so well. Do you know why? Because he burned it. Like, what did you expect? He burnt the ship. I feel like he knew something like that was coming. You should have thought of a more sneakier plan to get off the ship. Eventually, she gave birth to the 2 children, which also is peaceful and happy. Just kidding! They were both female. And, yeah. And of course, he tried killing them. And eventually they make it to an island. He's going to kill them. But then he realizes the error of his ways. and kiss them on their head, which he should have done that from the start instead of saying like, "Oh, if they aren't males, then we're gonna kill them." Like, no, that's not how the story of Noah went. And even if it was, Noah's going to hell. Just saying, because you shall not murder is basically one of the things in the Bible, and he was going to kill them. So, yeah. Eventually, the daughter asks, "Why didn't you kill them?" He said something. He saw them, and something like attached to him. I forgot exactly what he said. Here, I'm gonna pull up this clip.
I have to know. Why did you spare them?
I looked down at those two little girls, and all I had in my heart was love.
And why are you alone, Noah?
So then the movie ends. What a terrible, terrible movie. Look, besides killing the children part, which should be not in a movie about a hero, that should never be a thing at all, Christian or non-Christian, that shouldn't be a thing in a movie. Don't have the hero try killing children. It's not cool. Unless of the person decide to become a bad guy, which was not in the original Noah story. Like, it was pulled off well in Star Wars with Revenge of the Sith. It was pulled off very well because we knew Anakin was leading to a path to darkness. That's how it works. In this movie, including how there is the Bible story involved with it, this doesn't work at all. Boy, I don't even call this a Christian story. This is just some messed up fan fiction that someone thought about in their head and decided to slap on the Christian story of Noah on it. Look, I know I'm being harsh, but I need to criticize when I see something like this. Like, this is really bad. Like, it's a bad Christian movie. It really is. It's really bad. I know not everyone's gonna agree with me. I know if this video becomes extremely popular on the channel, like the other popular videos, it is most likely going to be criticized as heck because I've looked at some of the videos on YouTube about the clips, and they have a lot of likes on them, so yeah, I'm expecting someone just typing in the comments saying, "Wow, you're a dumb idiot who doesn't know movies." Which I think is a problem with this time age, where we can't really take an opinion anymore. Like, sure, there are some people who can take opinions, but the majority of the time, people are gonna go like, "Wow, you're a dumb idiot. Wow, how dare you criticize this when I like it?" Like, it's just so bad. Like, I know I'm gonna get criticized for this video, and I really don't care. Send the meanest comments you can. But if they're way too violent, I'm blocking you. I'm just saying. And if you like this weird movie, good for you. I've liked bad movies in the past. Like, it's okay to like a bad movie. I just personally didn't like it. But yeah, send as much hate comments as you can. I don't really care what you guys say. But yeah, that's my perspective on the movie. What would I have to rate it? I have to rate it 0 out of 10 because I thought it was a bad movie. This movie doesn't even deserve a 2 or a 1. It's a bad movie. But yeah, what do you guys think of the movie? If you have opinions, tell me in the comments. I know I'm most likely gonna get a lot of people commenting me very negatively for making this video, but I don't really care. So yeah, have a nice day, guys.